Welcome to one of my tasting. So today we're tasting Tierras Guindas. It's a Verdejo. You ever had Verdejo? It's from Spain. It's a Spanish white wine. So where Madrid is the flat center part of Spain, it's located in an area called Rueda, and that's about 50 miles northwest, area called Castilla y León. And Verdejo, these are for people that like white wines. They're in between that realm of enjoying that Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay. So it's going to be right in that tier right there. And I love Verdejo. I love Verdejo because it's not too tart. It's not too full. It's a little bit of a heavier variation of a Pinot Grigio. There's a lot of complexity of flavors that go on with trying this wine. And I always like trying interesting stuff here. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up here. So in Spain, it's a very dominant white varietal. It's not the most grown there, but it's usually in Rueda it needs to have at least 50% Verdejo in the wine. And if it has the label Rueda in the back of the label, it's going to require the Verdejo to be 100% of the blend. So we're just going to have a little fun opening up the wine, pour it away. So when you are tasting the wine, we're going to go over that same grid again. So, we're going to look at the site. We're going to look at the, we're going to figure out the aroma. And then at the aroma, we're going to figure out the flavor at the end. And we're going to discuss food and wine pairings to go along with this. And hopefully the next time you go to a Spanish restaurant, you're going to buy that Verdejo. Or if you go to a specialty wine shop, you want to give this particular item a try. So, let's go ahead and get the wine ready to go, swirl the wine glass. Esters are being pushed up, brings up the fruity aromas. The alcohol dissipates. So let's figure out the color. So if you're ever blind wine tasting one day, because some of us sommeliers love the blind wine taste. So it's a little bit of a straw color. If it's really gold, generally the Verdejos won't last too long, more than like 8-9 years. You don't really need to drink Verdejos that are that old. These are more fresh. 1 to 5 years is a great realm to enjoy this. It's not pale. It's not like a green or to a metallic like Rieslings are, certain Sauvignon Blancs around the world. All right, and then let's swirl the wine glass. And we're going to take the bottom lip, match it to the bottom of the glass, and that is your nice starting template to get the optimal nose of the wine. And then you can adjust closer to the glass, away, left, right, up, down. Doesn't really matter. Every nose is different, so you find what works for you. So. Okay, so on the nose, right off the gate, I get lemon, lime, pineapple. It's interesting. This is really, really fun. Little kiwi as well. Just want to dig a little deeper. And I get a little bit of like a orange zest too, lemon zest, orange zest. Oh, there's a lot of refreshing fruit going on here. This is great. All right, so we're gonna taste this now. Okay. Oh, this is fun. So, I've tried Verdejos before that you get that acidic crisp, a little bit of a heavy, like a medium to a full body. Let's discuss body real quick. So if it's a lighter body wine, let's do an analogy of milk. So a lighter body would be more of a skim milk, kind of runny, very light. Medium body is a little bit more of a whole milk format, and then full body is more of a half and half feel. So this is more of that medium body. And stereotypically, I would normally taste Verdejos that would have that medium body tone. It'll have a little bit of a nice rich acidity around the mouth. So you can, sometimes you'll feel in the back of your gums, but this particular one, I'm not feeling that much acidity to it. It's actually really subtle. I get a little bit of like a dry almond in the beginning part of the finish, and then at the end I get like a very effervescent floral papaya. I mean, yeah, there's just so much going on with this wine. I love it. Well, I love the price. First of all, if you can find this Tierras Guindas for $15, I think that's the price that I got the wine at. So I mean, that's a great, fun wine to try. The finish is not dry at all. It feels heavy, and then you have that little nutty throughout. But wow, that was so much fun. Okay, pairings. So, I love doing these. So you have these little endive, they're little lettuce mini leaf spears. If you add a little orange, garlic dressing, Marcona almond, little goat cheese, that would be a phenomenal pairing with this. Gazpacho would be great with this. It doesn't have too dry of a finish, and the acidities would be just right enough to where the gazpacho would mesh very nicely with this. Also, if you're doing a tomato bread, if you would, make sure the tomato is fresh and you shave it. If you shave the tomatoes, you want to get rid of all that acidic tones. That would go very nicely with this. So a lot of these items that I'm making these pairings out to be, you don't have to go to the store, you don't have to go to a restaurant and just order it. You can just make all these at home. So, man, I can't wait to try this. So this is what I'm tasting.